Hello, it's Richard Wilson, and today I want to talk to you about an exciting topic called the power of compound knowledge. I'm actually coming to you today from Zurich, Switzerland here, and I was thinking about this while on the airplane coming over here about how powerful this concept is. And I think, let me first define what the power of compound knowledge is. If you're familiar with many areas of finance, people talk about compound interest and the power of compound interest. And basically what that means is that over time, if you invest $100 and then it grows by 5% one year, the next year, if it grows by another 5%, it's going to be growing 5% on top of the $100 plus the $5 you gained from the previous year. So that's compound interest, and it grows kind of exponentially over time. So the earlier you start, if you start putting away $100 a day for retirement or $100 a month for retirement, over 20 years, the compound return is going to be massive compared to just doing that for 5 or 6 years. It's not additive, it's exponential. And that's how knowledge works as well. And I think most people are never taught this. They're never explained, why it's so important to keep on learning, which is funny because, I have a college degree, I have a master's degree, I did extra graduate coursework at Harvard on psychology. And through all of that, nobody ever explained this issue to me. I just had to kind of, discover it by accident of, how I come up with ideas for things nowadays. And this really came up after we just recorded our 1000th video module for our business. And people say, like, wow, how'd you come up with 1,000 video ideas? And this is how. It's through the power of compound knowledge. And here's how it works. When you first learn something, think about it as kind of a dot on a whiteboard or a dot in your brain, just one dot. When you learn something else, it's another dot, and there's a connection between those two. When you learn something else, there's a third dot. Now there's connections between all three. When you learn 5 more things, there's 5 more dots, and there's connections between all of them. And I'm not good enough at math to tell you how many lines it would be, but it's more than the additive result. There's not 8 lines. There's, a couple dozen lines between all those dots. So going through school and just getting your first couple of years of experience in your industry, you probably gathered 300 dots, let's say in your head of best practices, processes that work, pieces of business or marketing knowledge that are valuable. And most people in your industry also have those dots. But if you read one book a month or one book a quarter even, and just get one idea from each book, that's an extra dot every month, and you have that many more connections, 300 more connections reaching out to that one dot. So you can imagine if every day you just tried to learn one thing about your industry, there'd be 300 more dots a year, but nobody does that. I really think that if you took 20-30 minutes every day to study in your industry and learn new things, that you will just move past your competition in not an additive way, but an exponential way. I found this in my own life. Once I started reading and writing every single day, it really only took a matter of about 6 months before I started getting invited to speaking at international conferences. Clients started emailing and calling me, and people were seeking me out because of my level of knowledge, and I'd only been applying this kind of method of compound knowledge for 6 months. And now, about 3.5 years later, my total life has changed. This year, I've gone to probably 15 to 20 different countries. I've spoken at over a dozen different events. Our business has grown by 30 to 50%. There's just too many opportunities to chase. And this is in 2011 right now, recording this video. So the last 3 years since I started my business has literally been the worst economy in the last 40 years. So I really think this is how you can create luck for yourself, by focusing on the power of compound knowledge, because nobody else is going to do it. Everybody's busy, everybody has a family, everybody has an excuse, everybody is inherently, naturally likes to relax and have fun and take time off. So if you're serious about being really successful and really growing your business, really focus on gaining as much specialized knowledge in your niche area and about marketing, sales, capital raising, business ownership as you can, and it will really pay off. This is Richard Wilson, coming from Zurich, Switzerland, on the power of compound knowledge, and I'll talk to you again soon.